Hello, everyone. I thought, since I haven't given you a bad movie review in a while, I thought I'm gonna give you a film that I just recently saw. And that was the unfortunate and the horrible, beyond all belief in my mind, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Let me talk. Let me tell you about this film. The story is simple premise. The four Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Michelangelo, Donatello, Raphael, Leonardo go up against the Big Shredder, and they have their own story from that point on. This film is not the worst film I've seen, but it's one of the worst of this year so far. The that's basically how the story goes in this film, but the way this film is directed at points is really, really bad. Like, there's these long, uncut scenes, and it really, to me, it made the film just felt like it was just dragging on and on and on forever. And also, some of the acting by Will Arnett and Megan Fox are just really, really bad. Like, they don't even emote. They don't give you really even any type of emotions throughout this film. It's just really awful, and I just feel bad for these actors. And to be fair, Megan Fox, she isn't terrible, but she's fine for what she's given in the film, and like that. Another thing I will say I kind of liked about this film is that, like, the four Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, they do all have their own certain personality you've seen in the past. Um, Raphael is a bit more of the hard-edged, smart-asses. He's a bit more of the hard-edged, roughed-up, very disciplined type. Leonardo is very much the leader. He's pretty much the lieutenant. He's the most straightforward of all of them. Donatello is the smartest. He's very, very mathematical and scientific. And Michelangelo was like the loose end. He's really funny and goofy. All them, those type of personalities for these characters are still here in this film, and they're very, very present. But at times it feels like they're parodying for themselves. It seems like they aren't themselves. It's like the modern intake of them, and yet it's like they're mocking their own past of them. Like, there's a scene in this film where you see in the trailer, like there's a scene with the action scene going down the mountainside, and I will say, well, granted, that scene was pretty cool. And there was like this one scene. I think a lot of people have seen this on the internet, and that is there's a scene with all of them in an elevator that's really, really funny. It's like they all start. One of them starts beatboxing, like that, and there's like they hear like they all do those little type of sounds, and it's really, really funny, and it was quite genuine. I thought that was pretty good. And there, I will say, is like two full-on action scenes were pretty fine. Like, they weren't terrible, I think, but they were at least decent. And I would say, and that's what I thought of it. But the bad things, oh my god, there's so many. Number one, the dialogue is just so bland and dull, forgettable. The story, thankfully, is direct, but it still feels like it drags on. And that's the same thing with the time of this film. This film is like an average hour and a half, 2 hour film, but it feels like 2.5. But, oh my god, there's some moments in the film where this is like, please, God, let it end. Can it just end? It's terrible. And, there's the, oh my god, the ECG, really fucking terrible. Like, really, really, box office people for this film. Could you not do any better? could you get someone who has actually a little iota or decency of cleverness of CG within them? Do you know anyone who has that? Seriously, it's like this film is horrible CG. It's really, really bad. Um, like the way they animate, like the motion capture between the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Megan Fox is just really, really bad. And oh my god, it's like every time I saw the Master Splinter, I'm like, that is hands down the worst CG character I've ever seen in my life. He was just really horrible, really, really horrible. Oh my god. Um, and I'll also give you a bit of my past on my opinions on the other past movies. I've only seen the first. I saw the original 1991 when I was young. I thought at the time that was an awesome film. Now I think it's pretty dated, but it's still pretty fun. I haven't seen the second or third. I'm sorry. I saw the 2007 TMNT, which I saw that in theaters. I really loved that. And now looking back at that film, I think it's really, really bad, but it has its showing points. It's a bit of a guilty pleasure for me. So I've only seen the first Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and TMNT. This film is really, really bad. I'm not the hugest Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles fan out there, but I like them good. Who doesn't like these characters? Like, these characters, just flat out, everyone, they are awesome. They are just clearly awesome, and we all love them. They're a part of our childhood. It's like, oh my god, it's really, really bad. This film is so terrible. And also the potency of directing and the lighting and all that, it's so off and it's so confusing at times that it's like, am I supposed to be distracted, or is the visual style supposed to complement the film, or it really, really bounces all across the room in this film. It's like it has no identity for itself. And also, going back to the dialogue, is like, some of the dialogue you hear from Michelangelo is really, really pushing it, even for a PG rating. Like, dude, there's kids watching this film. There's kids, like 10 years old and younger. Okay? Shit. Like, Christ, man. Oh my god. And, this, like, the basic, it's that ending, like the last 25 minutes basically is an exact copy of The Amazing Spider-Man, which, by the way, is done superiorly in that film than in this film. It's like the last 25 minutes are just straight up rip-off of that certain section of the film. Like, it's on top of a building, and you see that tower collapse, you see it fall. They're all fighting, and I'm just like, oh my god. Oh my god. It's like, this isn't, like I said before in the earlier part of this review, this isn't like the worst film I've ever seen, but it's like, it's like legitimately the top 5 or top 3 worst films of this year so far. It's like undoubtedly horrifically bad. And there's a few moments where like the action was pretty fun, and there was that elevator scene which was great, and you see all the certain personalities come through again. But even though it feels like a parody at times, but aside all that, this film still sucks a big one as just mindless entertainment. This film is terrible. It's a piece of crap, and it should not have been made. Michael Bay, do not touch another childhood iconic thing that everyone has loved from the childhood. Please, please don't. Really don't. It's just horrible. And it's just don't. You will just make all of us mad. And I really do hate this film because it panders to the lowest common denominator of the stupid little pre-teenage kid boys and boys mainly who would see the film. Same thing with Transformers is that they would see this film and give this money. It's their money just because that they like this type of shit, and I think that's totally terrible. It's like, granted, I saw this film too, and you could say, well, Jack, you did that, so yes, of course. But you know what? I came here to give this film a fair chance, and you know what? It failed. I'm not seeing another Michael Bay film ever again. Ever again. It's just, God, man, this shit. Oh, God. Oh. This film, you don't know, it's just so fucking bad. Overall, in the end, I will give Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, in my opinion, a 25%. And everyone, I hope you enjoyed my review of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And I will see you within my next review, which will be a bit of a surprise. So I will see you until then, and remember, stay strong. See ya.